Hey everyone, Evan Jones with you here for another edition of the RPAC Rundown podcast. This week on the podcast, we've got another great episode. We'll do a segment of some of the things we have learned thus far in the golf season. There have been some awesome scores so far this spring. We'll look at some individuals who have been playing well and also some teams who could make a run for the RPAC Championships, which will be coming up on May 1st at Curtis. We're at Curtis this week for a golf tournament. A lot of fun. Should be a great course to play on for the RPAC invite this year. Also, we will have my wife, Mackenzie, as she will join us on the podcast. Also, we will draft our top 5 favorite Easter candies, so that will be a lot of fun too. Finally, we have Athletes of the Week brought to you by First Central Bank at the end of the show. As always, check us out on social media and rpacrundown.com. Just wanted to remind you, RPAC Rundown Overtime is live. Some great content there. Be sure to subscribe, $3 per month plus tax or $30 per year plus tax to get that exclusive content. A lot of awesome things are already on there, and we're going to keep putting out some really great content on there. Of course, the RPAC Rundown podcast is brought to you by a bunch of great sponsors like Arapahoe Rehab and Fitness, Cambridge Supermarket, Webb's Oilfield Service, Cambridge Rehab and Fitness, Onyx Native, and C+. We'll take a break. Be right back. It has been a highly entertaining golf season so far this spring. So we thought we'd discuss some things that we have learned so far this season. Let's begin with some individuals on the golf course. There's been a lot of kids who have been playing great in the RPAC on the course. For Hitchcock County, naturally, Jack Baker is in the discussion to win RPAC once again this year. He continues to shoot low scores. He finds himself in the 70s, low 80s oftentimes. Also for Hitchcock County, Braden Melchert, he's been solid also grabbing medals, shooting in the low 80s. He got second at the Medicine Valley Invite on Thursday, playing great golf also. For Dundee County Stratton, Dante Horner, last week he shot a 79 during their home invite at Dundee County Stratton. So I'm excited to see if he can keep posting scores like that. He played well at Medicine Valley, also getting 4th place. For Sutherland, man, really solid. Grady Dempsey, he shot a 71 last week at the South Loop Invite. And then you have Easton Smith, Riker Copeland. They've been excellent for Sutherland also. Drew Bennett for Alma has been really steady for the Cardinals. He took 3rd place at Arapahoe, and we'll discuss more about the Cardinals here shortly as they'll come up in our team discussion for the RPAC. Some other individuals that have been playing well. Houston Billiter of Southwest. He got into the 70s last week at the Dundee County Stratton Invite, played well at Medicine Valley this week too and got 3rd place. His best score is a 76 so far this season. For Cambridge, Micah Gerlach continues to be in medal contention, playing awesome golf. Briggs Hill and Chris Herms of Arapahoe, they've been playing solid golf and medal contention a lot too. Highline, great depth there with Zach Whitaker, Hudson Weeder, Gavin Tilson, Carter Tilson, Parker Schutz, and Colin Schutz. And there's a ton of golfers across the conference that have been having a nice season. We could see 20 to 25 golfers at the RPAC meet be vying for those 15 medal spots when that's at Curtis. So that's going to be super interesting as the RPAC invite gets closer and closer. Now let's talk about the teams that could be real contenders for the RPAC golf tournament. And this could change. A number of teams have some younger golfers or new varsity golfers. In between now and then, they could really make some strides. There could just be some things that change. And as we mentioned, RPAC golf is on May 1st at Curtis. So a number of teams will get to see the course beforehand, which is great. On Thursday, we got the opportunity to see it and see kind of what team scores may look like for some of the RPAC teams. Let's begin with Hitchcock County as a team. They haven't had amazing scores, but they may work into form. They have some individuals who play really well, and as a team, they may grow between now and the RPAC tournament on May 1st. Dundee County Stratton, they took 2nd at the invite in Curtis, a 364. Yes, not all the teams were there, but Owen Matthews, Dante Horner, and they played really well as a squad. Going back to Hitchcock County, I believe they shot a 366 as a team at the Medicine Valley invite. Alma, between Crew Bennett, we mentioned him, William Van Boning, Grady Feynman, and others, they look really solid as a team, do the Cardinals. For Highline, we already talked about their depth. They have a handful of runner-up finishes as a team so far this season. For Sutherland, we talked about their three-headed monster, so a solid season for them. Look for them to be a really tough team when the RPAC golf meet comes around. Some dark horses as the season goes on and as we get closer to that RPAC invite. For Paxton, Ethan Harden, Wyatt Walker, and others have been playing well this season. For Cambridge, between Micah Gerlach, Maverick Webb, and now Carter Shoemaker, he's been playing well too, so Cambridge could be in the mix too. Again, the season is still young, so there are a number of golfers who are still getting into the groove of things. And I expect to see scores continuing to get lower. It's been awesome to see so far how the golfers have been playing. They've had some great weather. There has been some days where the weather has been really tough too, but it's been nice for the athletes to get some nice weather throughout the golf season so far. We'll take a break. Be right back. You are listening to the RPAC Rundown Podcast. Now joining me on the RPAC Rundown podcast is my wife, Mackenzie. It is Easter weekend. We thought it'd be kind of fun to do a top 5 candies draft for Easter weekend. We're going to preface this, though. Indy is out and about in the house, so we might get some input from her throughout this segment is a possibility, right, Kens?
She has very strong opinions about her candy.
I don't know about you, Kenzie, but when I was doing research, the drop-off is quick. There's candy out there, but a lot of it's just your normal candy, and they make it in the shape of a carrot or a bunny.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is a very abrupt ending. And then there's other candies that you love or you hate. There's nothing in the middle. So it was hard, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. And again, and when we say drop off, it's just, there's just not a lot of Easter candy. And that's what we mean by drop off. There's just not a lot of choices out there. Because they do just take theirs and make it in the shape of an egg, a bunny, a carrot, and stuff like that. So, all right. So with this draft, we're taking our top 5 candies. If you take one, I can't take it, obviously. If I take one, you can't take it, obviously. So I will let you pick first. So go ahead, Kenzie. What will be your number 1 pick in the draft?
My number 1 pick is probably going to be robin eggs.
Okay. And are you talking like the Whoppers branded ones? Because that's what we've gotten recently. Okay.
Yep. And the mini are superior to the regular size, but you're going to laugh at that. I say that for everything. But really, though, I do like the mini ones better.
Okay. All right. Good first pick. Very good first pick. So, chocolate can go quickly on this, it looks like. So you have to be very strategic. My number 1 pick is going to be the Cadbury chocolate mini eggs. Those we got some of those just recently. Those are one of my favorites. I don't get, they don't make anything obviously throughout the year. I'm sure if you really wanted to get your hands on some throughout the year, you could, but I don't touch them unless it's around Easter. Absolutely love those.
Yes. I also saw, I think it was on Instagram a couple weeks ago, if you put them in the air fryer for like 30 seconds, it gets them nice and melty.
I think I'll just eat them normal. I think I'm okay with that. But okay, all right. I will let you pick your second pick now, Kins. What is it?
Okay, my second pick is probably the Starburst jelly beans, the favorites specifically.
Oh, you're doing that? You're gonna pick specifically the favorites?
Yeah, the favorites because you know that.
Okay.
I'll eat the other colors, but favorites specifically.
Yeah. And it is interesting, and I'm sure it's just part of what Starburst does. They have green jelly beans, but they don't have green Starburst typically, but all of them are good. I love all the flavors of the Starburst jelly beans. So, well, I want to make sure I get some jelly beans on my list. So I'm going to go with the Sweet Tart jelly beans for my number 2 pick.
Those are good.
Very good. Especially if you want something kind of sour. They're really good. I enjoy those a lot. So, but no, good choice there for me, I think, because Starburst was going to be my next pick. So I had to take what I felt like was going to be the next best jelly bean option.
Yeah.
So, all right, go ahead. Your number 3 pick, Kenzie.
My number 3 pick are the Reese's eggs. I just love Reese's in general, and the eggs are good.
Yeah, they're very good. All right, so this is my number 3 pick. I have a few on here that I don't think will be on your list, so I can go with something that we're going to stick with a brand that I've already mentioned, Cadbury, the cream eggs. I know.
I didn't think you liked those.
I like those. They're rich, but I like them.
I don't understand wrong. 'Cause I really seriously didn't think you liked
No, they're
those.
good. It's just one goes a long way because they're rich. And that's not me saying that in a negative way. That's just me saying like they are so sweet and I really like them.
I could have sworn you didn't like
No,
those.
I like those. I don't know who told you that. That was,
No, but I was saving that one, dang it.
yeah. So that's my number 3 pick. So I feel good about mine so far. I mean, you have a solid list too, but I feel really good about mine. So
Gosh, I'm mad about that one. I almost took that one third. Dang it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Your 4th
Okay.
overall pick. What will it be?
The classic chocolate covered marshmallows. Do you remember getting a crate of eggs?
Okay. So you're talking like the Russell Stover ones.
Yeah, except I don't know if it was the same brand like when we were kids, but like
Okay.
my mom would get us each a carton or like it was a carton of eggs, but it was chocolate covered marshmallows in like each of the egg spots.
Okay.
Those were always really good. Classic.
Well, okay, so
That's
yeah,
just
that'd be
nostalgia
different.
candy.
That'd be different than what I'm thinking of. So yeah.
But
Okay.
like, I mean, same kind of concept, but like, I just remember getting a carton of eggs on Easter morning.
Okay. Nope. Good pick there. Yeah, that's a good one. Those were on my list, but specifically the Russell Stover because they make them in a chocolate truffle, or you can get caramel marshmallow.
Caramel ones too. Yeah.
So all right. So I'll stay away from that since you got something similar.
Similar.
I will stay away from that. So my number 4 overall pick. Oh man, this is getting tough. I will go with just a classic chocolate bunny, like the Lindt chocolate bunny.
Yes.
I don't know what brand Indy's was. She got a 1 pound one from the in-laws on Sunday last week.
Uncle Wyatt and Uncle Owen gave her a nice 1 pound chocolate bunny.
That might be broken into pieces to make cookies or something is kind of what we might have to do.
She does not need a pound of chocolate.
No. So, but no, that's my number 4 overall pick. It's just a classic Lindt chocolate bunny. You can see those; they're pretty easy to find. So, yeah. So, all right, your 5th and final pick, Kenzie.
My 5th and final pick. I love minty, so I'm gonna go like a York peppermint patty.
Okay.
Shaped as an egg.
Okay. That's fine. No, that's a good pick.
And then like Junior Mints makes like pastel colors too, like for Easter time and stuff like that. So like your peppermint patty or peppermint, whatever. Those are always good too. But.
Okay. So this one I knew you wouldn't pick because I figured you didn't know it existed because I went deep into the archives. Yes. We get sometimes from family, friends, and stuff around the holidays, Sanders sea salt chocolates. They make them shaped like eggs.
You did go way down a rabbit hole then because I didn't even know that existed.
They do. So the Sanders Easter milk chocolate sea salt caramels, they're shaped like eggs. That'll be my 5th pick. So yeah, really good stuff there. Was there any on your list that didn't get drafted, Kens?
Well, I mean, there's just some other like ones that I wouldn't say like were draft worthy, but like nostalgia. Like those, I remember getting like Pez dispensers, like all the Easter Pez dispensers.
Yeah.
And then like those little crispy bunnies, like they're kind of like I don't know what they are, but they're like little crispies, chocolate crispies, and just stuff like that. I just remember those classic little things, and then your egg, Easter egg gumdrops and whatever, or like bubble gum, whatever. Yeah, so there's just some classics like that.
Yeah. Hey, Indy. What's your favorite Easter candy?
What's your favorite Easter candy?
Do you like jelly beans?
Robin eggs or jelly beans?
You like jelly beans?
What color is jelly bean?
So if you can catch all that, she likes pretty much every color of jelly beans. The one that I was surprised that didn't make either one of our lists, and it was just going to depend on how the draft went. The Reese's Pieces carrot, the one in the bag that looks like they're just Reese's Pieces, but it's just kind of a fun Easter candy. It's just kind of neat. So,
and I didn't know if like those totally counted because it's like.
Well, we've already mentioned. I mean, the Reese's is just basically a peanut butter cup that's shaped like a carrot or an egg or a bunny. Yep. So yeah. Well, awesome. Yeah. So we'd like to wish everyone a happy Easter. We hope you enjoyed the draft here. Go through your 5 again, Kins, if you don't mind, so the folks know what yours were.
Wait a second. Robin eggs. The Starburst jelly bean Fave Red. Reese's eggs, chocolate marshmallows, and then like peppermint patties.
Okay, and mine were Cadbury chocolate mini eggs, then the sweet tart jelly beans, Cadbury cream eggs, Lindt chocolate bunny, and then Sanders Easter milk chocolate sea salt caramels shaped like eggs. If you have never had those sea salt caramels in general, you need to get them because they're pretty good.
You need to get them. The dark chocolate are better than the milk, but
they're good. It doesn't matter. They're so good. They're so good. So, hey, thanks, Kins, for joining us, and we'll see you later, okay? Kinsey and Indy, we'll see ya.
Can you say Happy Easter?
All right, we'll see ya. Welcome back. It's time to announce the RPAC Rundown Athletes of the Week, brought to you by First Central Bank, member FDIC. Let's plan for tomorrow together. First Central Bank. Our female athlete of the week goes to Clara Spargo of Dundee County Stratton. Spargo set a new state record pending approval in the Class D 200-meter dash with a time of 24.86, which placed her second in that race as she was racing against Addie Hunt of Southern Valley. She also placed second in the 100-meter dash with a time of 11.97, was a member of the first place 4x100-meter relay with a new meet record time of 50.05, and the 4x400-meter relay with a new meet record of 4:11.73, and that was at the Don Stein Invite in Cambridge last Saturday. Our male athlete of the week goes to Grady Dempsey of Sutherland. At the South Loop Invite last Friday, Dempsey, he shot a career best with a score of 71 to take first. The Sailors took home the team title with a score of 336. Our Athlete of the Week awards are brought to you by First Central Bank, member FDIC. That will do it for this week's episode of the podcast. Of course, we have to thank our great sponsors of the podcast, like JBK Operating LLC, Scouts Recreation, First Central Bank, Cross Diamond Cattle Company, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation, and Prairie Girl Candle Company. Thanks a bunch for tuning in, and have a happy Easter, and we'll catch you next week.